Everyone wants to change their life. Everyone dreams of success, wealth, freedom, a better version of themselves. But here's the truth no one tells you. Most dreams die not because people aim too high, but because they expect to leap instead of step. They wait for the right time. They plan, they fantasize, they talk about change, but never start. This is the story of a young man who believed that only big actions could change his life, until life itself proved him wrong, one tiny step at a time. His name was Ethan Cole, and his journey began in a small town outside Portland, Oregon.
Ethan was 23, fresh out of college, with a head full of dreams and an empty wallet. He lived with his mother in a small apartment above a laundromat. His days were a blur of online job hunts and endless scrolling through success stories. Every YouTube video, every podcast, every book told him the same thing. Think big, take massive action, become unstoppable. And Ethan believed it. He made big plans to start a design agency, to travel, to move to New York. He even wrote it all on his wall in bold letters. Change everything this year. But every time he tried to start, the mountain looked too high. He'd get overwhelmed, he'd quit after a few days. He'd tell himself, "I'll start Monday." And Monday never came.
Ethan's friend, Mason, was the opposite. Calm, steady, patient. While Ethan bounced from idea to idea, Mason quietly worked a small IT job, saving bit by bit, improving himself daily. "You're wasting your talent," Mason told him one evening at a diner. Ethan shrugged. "I just don't want to live a small life, man. I want something big." Mason stirred his coffee. "You can't climb Everest in one jump." Ethan laughed it off, but the words stung. That night, he sat at his desk, staring at his vision board, the one filled with yachts, skyscrapers, and luxury cars. It all felt so far away that it crushed him. He slammed the laptop shut. "What's the point?" he muttered.
A week later, Ethan took a part-time delivery job just to make rent. One afternoon, he had to deliver a package to an old carpentry shop at the edge of town. Inside, the scent of sawdust filled the air. Behind a workbench stood an elderly man, shaping wood with quiet precision. "Delivery for Mr. Lawson," Ethan said. The old man looked up, smiling through his silver beard. "That's me. Set it down there, son." Ethan watched him for a moment. Every movement was slow but purposeful. "Sir," he asked, "you've been working here long?" Lawson chuckled. 53 years. Every day, same stool, same hands." Ethan frowned. "Doesn't that ever get boring?" The old man paused. "Only if you chase perfection before patience." That sentence landed deeper than Ethan expected. As Ethan turned to leave, he noticed something on the wall, a small wooden sign carved beautifully by hand. It read, "One stroke at a time." The next week, Ethan couldn't stop thinking about the old man. He went back on his day off, pretending he'd forgotten his receipt. Lawson laughed. "You didn't forget anything, boy. You're looking for answers." Ethan smiled sheepishly. "Maybe. I just can't seem to start anything. I want to change, but I burn out so fast." Lawson set his tools down and handed Ethan a small wooden cube. "Do you see this?" he asked. "It's part of a table I've been building for months. Each day, I carve a little more. If I try to finish it all at once, I ruin it." He handed Ethan a sanding block. "Try." Ethan began sanding the rough edge. "Feels pointless, doesn't it?" Lawson said. "It's just a small corner. But come back tomorrow, do it again and again, and one day it shines like glass." Ethan nodded slowly. "So it's not about doing everything fast?" Lawson smiled. "No, son. It's about doing something every day." That night, Ethan stood before his wall of dreams again. He grabbed a marker and crossed out "Change everything this year." In its place, he wrote, "Just 1% better today." The next morning, he woke at 6:30 instead of 9. He jogged 1 mile instead of watching YouTube. He read 5 pages of a book instead of doom scrolling. It felt small, almost laughable, but it was something. Each day, he added one more habit: 5 minutes of design work, a single cold email, one new skill tutorial. Within 2 weeks, he noticed something subtle. He felt proud, not pressured. After a month, nothing huge had changed, at least not visibly. But inside, Ethan felt different. He no longer needed motivation videos. His habits were doing the pushing. His mother noticed too. "You look lighter," she said one evening. "Happier." Ethan smiled. "Maybe I'm just sanding my own edges, Mom." At work, he began offering to help clients with digital marketing on the side. One small project led to another. His first $100 freelance gig became $300, then $600. No big break, no overnight success, just quiet, consistent work. But growth never comes without tests. One night, his old laptop crashed, wiping out an entire project. The client refused to pay. Ethan felt that old frustration returning, whispering, "See, you'll never make it." He almost gave up. Then he remembered Lawson's words, "You can't polish the table if you quit halfway." So he started over. Late nights, less sleep, more focus. By the end of the week, he delivered the project again from scratch. The client was so impressed, they doubled his payment. It was the first time Ethan felt unstoppable. Months passed. Ethan's work began spreading through word of mouth. He started mentoring a few classmates online, teaching them simple productivity methods. Mason called him one evening. "Dude, what happened to you? You're glowing." Ethan laughed. "Guess I finally stopped waiting for perfect." He even returned to the carpentry shop with a small gift, a sign he'd designed for Lawson. One stroke, one step, one life. Lawson grinned. "Looks like you've found your rhythm, son." A year later, Ethan had launched his small creative agency. Things were going well, until one of his biggest clients backed out, leaving him near broke again. For a moment, he panicked. The old fear crept back in. But instead of collapsing, he opened his journal and wrote, "What's my 1% today?" He spent that day improving his portfolio by 1 page. The next day, he called 2 new leads. The following week, one of them became a long-term client. The pattern never failed. A year later, Ethan drove back to Lawson's workshop. It was empty. Dust covered the benches. He found a small note taped to the wall. "If you're reading this, I've gone to rest. But remember, progress is patience carved into time." Ethan stood there silently, tears in his eyes. He placed his hand on the wooden table Lawson had once been sanding. The surface gleamed, smooth, polished, perfect. He whispered, "Thank you." Years later, Ethan's story spread online. Not because he became a millionaire, but because people saw something different in him: peace. He spoke at schools and online about the 1% rule, telling students, "Don't wait for the big moment. The big moment is every small one."
He'd show them a photo of Lawson's workshop and say, "You can't polish life in a day, but if you keep showing up one stroke at a time, one breath, one step, one try, your world will shine."
Success isn't built by the loud, the fast, or the lucky. It's built by those who keep going quietly, improving just a little more each day. Because greatness isn't one giant leap. It's the sum of 1,000 small steps in the right direction.